Hey, good morning. This is our update for instructional services for the week of 10, 11, and 11. And let's get started right away, and I'll try to keep this as short as we can. Again, we start every meeting with our focus on our two driving questions. How can I best serve your needs as you serve the learning needs of children? Understanding our role is critical. Let's get started. I want to update you on the IT prototype. I'm sure that many of you, based on the YouTube visits and presentations, I've been looking into the IT prototype, and again, we're looking to explore better ways to use technology to be able to meet the needs of learners, to help build the capacity of teachers to be able to meet the diverse learning styles and needs of students. We've had some significant updates to the program, which will be released for the KSA conference or KSA retreat next week. We need to just keep in mind what the focus is of the IT. The IT is a tool to build the capacity of teachers to be able to help them help kids. It really is a very important opportunity for teachers to be able to utilize technology to diagnose learner needs and meet the needs of learners. And I think that this is just going to be a great tool for teachers to use as they work with kids. And it's very teacher friendly, very involved in the teaching process. And I know that every teacher out there wants to be able to reach their learners. And we always look for better tools to do that. And very excited. The KLC presentation was tremendous. Lots of feedback. The link has been floated out there a little bit, and people are exploring the link. I know that the Teaching and Learning Group has put it in a Google Doc. So get out there and take a look at it and see what you think, and provide us some feedback. Next, we wanted to talk about is some instructional service structure. Making sure that we understand that we are listening to our local education agencies and responding to them. We want to make sure we're the first choice in supports in whatever area that we meet their needs. We want to be the person or the place or the location that they come to first. We want to be can-do people. We want to be able to get the job done for them. Right now we're grappling with an issue of should we support them by region or by specific issue, and we'll continue this conversation as we go on. Regardless of how we support or whether we create a hybrid of that support, we always want to be purpose and data driven. We want to be research based and student centered. So we want to model that if we want that. If that is truly what we know closes achievement gaps, we want to make sure that we're modeling that here. And whatever we come up with to best serve our LEAs, it's going to be through a collaborative process. So this conversation continues and moves on. Next piece is TiNet. I know that TiNet has drawn a lot of attention, as it should, because it's a great tool to assist us in meeting the needs of our challenged learners and the staff that support them. And I just want to update you on the process. We are working very hard with the vendor. We're working very hard with LEAs, and we're working with internal and external challenges to be able to make sure that this product that's associated with Kent ISD is the best product, and our local agencies are finding success with it. The next step in this process is we're going to facilitate a in-depth, detailed conversation at KTech to make sure that those people associated with the technology side of this are well informed as to where we're at. Again, transparency and communication is very important. Model of services, we continue to grapple with the challenges that local education agencies are facing, which is forcing us to evolve in how we respond to them. So our role continues to evolve in how we support local education agencies. We have to continue to reflect upon what our mission is, and if our mission is truly to support them as they support learners, how can we serve them in this capacity? And what might be our future? What might our future be in servicing students' needs through LEA supports? And folks, I'll just tell you that I think that we are at the tipping point of becoming a true model of service agencies to those districts. As districts cut and cut and cut and cut, and they start to realize that these cuts are now impacting learning, they need us, and we need to be there for them. And we have great people. We need to be ahead of the game and proactive, and I think that we're working on that right now. And as the weeks roll on, I think you're going to start to see a plan formulated to be able to respond to not only providing services like we do already in Region 1 with technology, but also services when it may be Region 3 or another region when it comes to curriculum and content delivery. How can we support them with our teams of experts? And the bottom line is the journey may be different for local districts, but the result has to be better. Now, We are talking about this cadre of coaches concept. I think I mentioned this last week. Secondary Redesign Committee is tackling this option. We're going to meet later this week to be able to talk about some specifics. But basically what this is a model to be able to meet the evaluation components that are created in statute now, that every staff member is evaluated once a year. That evaluation is data-driven, that it incorporates the entire evaluation process. Well, as you know, when cuts happen in local districts, oftentimes those cuts happen in support staff and administration to try to keep those cuts away from the classroom. Well, we've reached a point where we're having diminishing productivity in local districts because they've cut so much in the administrative realm, they don't have the capacity to be able to evaluate every single staff member. I know one high school, 98 certified staff, one principal. And the choices that they have really are, evolve away from best practices and rubber stamp the evaluation, or change the way the contract language is without a collaborative process, and it leads to challenges. So what we want to do is be a resource and provide a cadre of coaches, and that's the Secondary Redesign's mission there, the latest topic that they're working on. And actually, what does that mean for us? And basically what that means for us is that we are going to be able to develop a team that focuses on the 95% of excellent teachers that are in every local district. That frees up time for administrators to be able to focus on the 5% of staff that need some assistance. And that true partnership and collaboration is what we're looking for. Opening day input. We are working on what we're going to do with it. One of the things I want everyone to know is that we value internal self-reflection and input. It's important that you feel comfortable in providing that input because you guys are the people who make us who we are. And that team philosophy of being able to share our perceptions, share our ideas, allows us to be a tight, close-knit team and highly focused on serving the needs of the people that we're serving. This collaborative environment allows us to really focus on success. So, what a great place Kent ISD is when we are all focused on can-do attitudes. Reflective leadership aspects, what are we doing in each of our departments? I'll quickly kind of go through this. With special ed, we continue to focus on the TINET piece and the different site-based centers. School improvement continues to collect plans from local districts, reaching out to try to support them and help them make that plan something that's more than just a seasonal approach, but more of a continuous cycle of improvement part of the culture. And also providing some supports to local districts who are in the process of audits. CTE satellite program, great information going on right now. Jared and John have worked very hard to work on some new programs. I don't know if you could see this. This is kind of low scale. I should have put this on the slide. But the nanotechnology and mechatronics process is going forward. We've got local districts can't provide engineers in every classroom, but we can provide the opportunity for engineers to engage students, and we look forward to that opportunity. So that's CTE and satellite programming, just a great thing on the horizon there, just outstanding. Tech supports, the data services group is working to really work on development of the servers. We've reached some capacity there. We're looking at using revenue that we receive through the data services process to help build capacity in our servers. Teaching and learning is focused on Common Core professional development. We've got the opportunity to get Dan Meyer, who's an expert in math, to be able to Skype in here in the near future, to be able to interact with our staff and our service providers, to be able to meet the needs in mathematics, which is a very, very difficult challenge. In language arts, we're working towards helping our local districts in the informational text component, which we know that the data shows us that's where much of the challenges lie. School improvement, I already mentioned that, special ed, CTE, tech, teaching and learning. Everybody is doing a tremendous job and very impressive. Honored to be part of a high-functioning team. Just news for the good of the order. I just tell you, everybody's doing a great job. And we continue to identify areas of improvement. We continue to collaborate to be able to find how we can best impact in a positive way the people that we serve. And I just want to encourage all of you to shoot me an email, send me a note. If you have good news to share, let's share it with everybody. I know that when we talk about modeling best practice, you've got to take time to celebrate success. So thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful week. Enjoy the weather while it lasts, and look forward to speaking to you again next week.